Mercedes-AMG is now taking orders in Germany and other European countries for the EQE 5.3. Mercedes-AMG transforms the EQE electric car with performance and power that must be experienced to be believed. It is a zero-emission super sedan built on an EVA2 platform, and it promises to be fast without sacrificing comfort, technology, or safety. In today's video, we're discussing the Mercedes EQE 5.3 AMG. Is it going to make supercars obsolete performance or otherwise? Kindly stay tuned to the end of this video to see if this supercar has an awesome performance. Thanks! Mercedes-Benz is still in the early stages of moving toward a fully electric lineup, but the company isn't leaving car fans behind. Instead, it gave the new EQE sedan to the people at Affalterbach to get the full AMG performance treatment. This meant that the suspension, brakes, and fully electric powertrain were all upgraded. The result is the 2023 Mercedes-AMG EQE 5.3 4MATIC Plus, a car with a simple design and up to 677 horsepower that doesn't make any noise. It's a strong candidate for the ultimate Q car. The midsize EQE is about a foot shorter from bumper to bumper than the EQS sedan. Its lozenge-shaped proportions look better on the EQE than on its bigger sibling. The aggressive bodywork, blacked out details, and lower suspension that come with the AMG styling changes give the sedan's single bow curves a look of being ready to pounce. At the back, the sporty new look is emphasized by the new ducktail spoiler and gloss black diffuser. Overall though, I like how the AMG EQE's simple design keeps it from getting too much attention. Big wheels and big brakes finish off the bike's new look. By default, 20-inch wheels fill the arches. Behind their aerodynamic spokes, beefy 6-piston brake calipers grab 16.3-inch discs up front and a single pot, and 14.9-inch discs out back. My example goes up to the optional 21-inch wheels with 265 or 35R 21 Michelin Pilot Sports 4S tires, which is the next level. The bigger wheels make room for another optional upgrade, front ceramic disc brakes that are 17.3 inches in size. I'm not usually a big fan of ceramic brakes on street cars, but they do make sense on the AMG EQE because of the heat demands of repeatedly stopping a car that weighs over 5,400 pounds without fading, and because they don't rust or scale when you take it easy and rely more on regenerative braking. It has a 677 horsepower and dual motor drive. Dual AMG specific electric motors, a 165 kilowatt 3-phase unit for the front wheels and a 295 kilowatt 6-phase unit for the back up the meaner looks. These motors are different from the standard EQEs because they have different coil winding and lamination, better cooling, and an AMG specific inverter. Because of these changes, higher currents, faster motor speeds, and of course, more power is possible. In Europe, the 2023 Mercedes-AMG EQE will also be available in the EQE 4.3 trim with less powerful electric powertrain. In the US, however, we only get the EQE 5.3 4MATIC Plus, which is the top trim. The AMG EQE has 617 horsepower and 701 pounds-per-foot of torque altogether. My example goes even further with the optional AMG Dynamics Plus package, which boosts peak output to 677 horsepower and 738 pounds-per-foot of torque when using race start with boost for short bursts of launch control. So equipped, the time it takes to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour drops from 3.4 seconds to 3.2 seconds, and the top speed goes from 137 miles per hour to 149 miles per hour. The numbers only show a small part of how fast and responsive the AMG EQE's engine feels on the road. Torque comes online as quickly as a railgun and keeps coming and coming without stopping. More impressive is how quickly that torque responds when you drive fast. There is almost no delay between a twitch of my foot and feedback from the powertrain. This gives me a level of control and precision that combustion engines can't match going through and out of a corner. And as much as I love the snarl and pop of exhaust, it's better to be able to drop the hammer at any time without drawing attention to yourself. The AMG has standard rear axle steering that is the same as the one on the recently tested Mercedes-AMG C4 III. It also has standard AMG AMG Ride Control air suspension with active dampers and adjustable ride height. At high speeds, the suspension drops to improve aerodynamics, and in sportier modes, it tightens up to make the car more agile. The AMG EQE feels very stable because it has a naturally low center of mass. This helps control roll as the heavy sedan digs in and around corners with its great grip. In the quest for performance, the ride quality doesn't get worse. When the EQE is set to Sport Plus, the ride is firm but never rough. When you switch to Comfort, the suspension becomes instantly as soft and smooth as that of an S-Class. Range and charging. The electromotive tricks are powered by the same 90.6 kilowatt-hour battery as the standard EQE. Still, the AMG pack has different power and thermal management to better balance the higher performance demands with the expected range of an EV in this class. Estimates of the AMG EQE's range in the US haven't been released yet, but Mercedes says that on the more forgiving WLTP cycle, the car can drive for 327 miles between charges. That's less than the standard EQE, but that's to be expected since the AMG model has stickier tires and better aerodynamics for speed. When the EPA's estimates come out, you can expect that number to drop a bit more. At a station with enough power, the EQE can DC fast charge at up to 170 kilowatts, adding up to 112 miles of range in just 15 minutes and getting to 80% charge in about 33 minutes. At home or a public 11 kilowatt level 2 charger will take you all night to go from empty to full, which is about 9 hours. To get the most out of every watt, the braking system has up to 260 kilowatts of regenerative power and 3 levels of regenerative power that can be changed with paddles on the steering wheel. The sedan creeps when it's idling and you have to press the brake pedal to stop it, but the brake pedals can sometimes feel strange and hard to figure out. Disabling creep in the AMG's menu not only turns on one pedal driving at low speeds, but it also seems to fix the uneven pedal feel when driving, possibly by turning off intelligent recuperation, a feature that annoyed me when I was testing the EQS. This makes braking feel more linear, predictable, and confident. When I had my preferred settings in place, I was happy with how well the AMG's regenerative and friction brakes work together. Sound experience and AMG drive unit. There are 5 drive modes that can be switched between while using the standard OLED AMG drive unit controls on the steering wheel. On the right, you can turn a knob to switch between the Comfort, Sport, Sport Plus, Slippery, and individual settings. On the left are buttons that you can change so that you can choose and change settings like the suspension settings, the stability control, the AMG sound experience, and more. Mercedes calls the fake engine sounds that is piped into the EQE's cabin while it's being driven the AMG sound experience. The default authentic setting sounds like a V8 in a quiet, satisfying way, but drivers can also turn off the sound completely. The AMG Dynamics Plus package adds a third sound called Powerful, which is louder and sounds more otherworldly than authentic. The Powerful theme goes beyond the fake engine sound inside the car. It can also be heard outside the car as welcome tones that play when the owner approaches the car. AMG-inspired door lock sounds, a louder and deeper load speed pedestrian warning sound than the default, and even a sci-fi idling sound that can be heard when the car is on and parked. It sounds like a gimmick, which it is, but it doesn't get in the way, and these audio details add a lot to the AMG EQE's fun, futuristic vibe. Mercedes Hyperscreen infotainment system is available as an option on the AMG EQE. It also has AMG-specific features like the optional track pace performance logger and lap timer app, and a very cool Super Sports theme for the digital instrument cluster and heads-up display. Its triple-screen Mercedes-Benz user experience software, MBUX, is just as easy to use as when we saw it on the EQS sedan. The 2023 Mercedes-AMG EQE 5.3 4MATIC Plus should be in a dealership by the end of this year. It has an impressive balance of raw AMG power and quiet, understated poise. I'm looking forward to doing more testing on the roads I know well. Price information for North America hasn't been released yet. Still, it will compete with cars like the Audi RS e-tron GT, $143,495 including destination, and the larger Tesla Model S dual motor, $110,690. The electric sports sedan starts at €109,777, about $112,000, so expect a price tag in the same ballpark. Thanks for watching today's video. Kindly subscribe to the channel, like, and leave a comment saying I subscribed, and I'll personally reply to your comment. Thanks.